I cannot believe that 40-some years ago, in the midst of this struggle, and as I walk through the crowd today and see so many of you old warriors bringing your friends and your children to this same struggle. But don't make a mistake. A lot of people kind of act like at one time America worked right and something happened. This country has never worked right for the poor, for the women, for the minorities. Never. We live in the most filthy, degenerate, ungodly, unspiritual nation that's ever existed in the history of the planet. So why is it a shock to you 4 years ago when them thugs stole an election? That's what thugs are supposed to do. Act like thugs. We're the power. We're the ones that make America great. And just because you don't have the money and don't have the recognition with NBC and CBS, let me tell you something about this America. The symbol is a big, bad, bald eagle. But let me tell you about this little beautiful butterfly. This little beautiful butterfly can fly all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. It can fly all the way across the Pacific Ocean, but the bald eagle can't make that trip. Understand your power. You might be frail, you might not have the money and the guns and the power, but understand the power of the butterfly, and that's exactly what you are. And stop worrying about these thugs, these degenerate pimps. I see so many people now worried, will Ralph Nader, will he cause the election to go? Who cares? If we do what we're supposed to do, we can get more votes than Ralph Nader can. And if you think Ralph Nader can determine the outcome of this election, then you go and get those 20 people. Get 20 more people and 20 more people. Ralph Nader cannot take to the polls what we can take to the polls. Stop worrying about him. 40-some years ago, in the midst of the struggle, it wasn't many of us. We were frightened in a nation that didn't give a damn. In a nation that wondered, what did we want? But who would ever believe that the handful of us in the struggle that was frightened and fled today would stand here with a whole nation that's scared and a whole nation that's frightened. And we're the ones that say, fear not. If Homeland Security was Homeland Security spending $1 billion a week for Homeland Security, how come they ain't how come they ain't uncovered one drug shipment coming in this country since they've been in existence? How can you tell me you looking for terrorists and can't find drugs? A 9-year-old child can find a heroin man, but the FBI can't find it. There's something wrong. Understand your power. And I don't know why everybody was upset 4 years ago when that little thug hijacked an election. All you got to do is go back and read the voting rights bill. It said, folks who've been disenfranchised, you have a right to vote. That's what the bill says. But there's nothing in that bill that says they had to count your vote. That's another march. There's another bill. But because of you, because of this energy, not just this country, this whole planet has changed. But you don't understand that if you're looking at NBC and CBS and ABC and Fox News. You got to look into your heart. You got to look into your mind. You got to look and say, we are making change and we don't need no army. We don't need no damn gun. We don't need nobody to manipulate the minds of children. We live in a country today that's 1/6 of the world's population, but consume 94% of the world's hard drugs. Who are we praying to? What kind of Christian nation is this here? when you stop and say every 4 seconds you've been here today, a woman in America has been beat up by her boyfriend or husband, not terrorists, her boyfriend or husband. There's something wrong with a nation that's that sick, and what we have to do is supply the moral and spiritual force. And I say to you, I was there. We've been in this struggle. I can tell you how much change has been made. With no guns, no meanness, no bitterness. I never thought I'd live to see the day that the white press would ask a black like me to comment on white folks' problems. CNN today asking me, Mr. Gregory, you think we'll ever find Bin Laden? I say, we. I ain't looking for him. I'm trying to find out who my daddy is. Will we ever find Bin Laden? No. What do you base that on? If it took America a year to arrest Beretta, and he lived across the street from the police station. And so when I think how far we've come. When Bob Hope died, 3 o'clock in the morning, the white press called me, Mr. Gregory, Bob Hope died, can we get a comment from you? I said, I thought he'd been dead. He said, what did you say? So, excuse me, my comment is it shows you the power of the black church and the black ministry. Mr. Gregory, you all right? I said, no, scratch that. Here's what you write. That Bob Hope family should get on a plane and fly to Chicago and go to Jesse Jackson's push and fall on their knees and kiss his feet. Because for 40 years, Jesse Jackson been yelling, keep hope alive! Keep hope! So I leave you today, and I say to you, fear and God have never occupied the same space. Don't come here today at this rally and don't speak to the people next to you. Don't come here today to this rally and not be concerned about people when you go back home. Don't be so damn concerned about who's going to win this election that you don't see homeless folks when you go back home. That you don't see poor folks when you go back home. That you don't see people living in bad conditions that would vote if they had the energy to vote. And I'll leave you with this. When you go back home, take a simple Kleenex and hold it up in the air and then drop it. And when you let it go, it will fall. And understand who you are. This planet Earth weighs 6 sextillion, 660 quintillion tons. What's a sextillion? It's a 6 with 24 zeros. What's a quintillion? A 1 with 18 zeros. This planet Earth that we live on weighs 6 sextillion, 660 quintillion tons. And when you hold that Kleenex up and let it go and fall, this planet Earth that we on is being held up, and there's nothing holding it. No string, no rope, no nothing. The same force that holds this planet up with nothing on it is the same universal energy that put you together. We don't have to worry about thugs. We don't have to worry about ungodly, unspiritual, mean people. All we got to do is look into our heart and know where the power comes from, and go back with a smile on your face and love in your heart. And don't be so busy trying to get this thug out the White House that you miss all the suffering people that's next door to you. I love you. God bless you.